My name is Stephen Beal. I am the president of National Railway Equipment Company, located in Mount Vernon, Illinois. Primary business is providing locomotives to anyone in the globe. We do remanufactured locomotives, new, repair, service work, anything, pretty much anything. For locomotive assembly, we have 4 locations, 3 in Illinois and 1 in Kentucky. And then for satellite operations, we have Calgary, Toronto, Louisiana. And we have offices in Sydney, Zagreb, the UK, Delhi. And what sets us apart from our competition, which are large public companies, are relationships, personal relationships with customers, and answering their needs, and helping them when they're in a bind. We're there. I picked SIU because of the area mainly. I was working on a cattle ranch in the summertime during high school that was in this area. My family's all from this area. I grew up in Chicago, but my father was from Mount Vernon, my mother was from Benton, so we'd come down and visit all the time. Great classmates, great instructors. The primary thing is just teaching me how to learn. That's the primary thing I gained from going to SIU. Definitely helped in all aspects. It's not just the education, it's not just what you have learned, but it's the way you can communicate with other people and gain trust with customers or clients. It's more of a personal level than it is just an education. So I gained that at SIU as well, just by meeting so many new friends and faculty. So it just made me more well-rounded, I assume. I would rather have my entire staff on that wall than me, because it's not me. My father started the business 30 years ago, and what he created was the base work. It's just everything was there, and then the team of people that he had, and then I'm bringing in a team of next generation executives, and it's all working very well, touch wood, that we're just going to keep growing. The most special thing about tonight is my wife's birthday. Happy birthday, Erin.
I'm Barbara Blacklock, and I'm Managing Director of Investments with Wells Fargo Advisors. I have the Blacklock Financial Strategies Group here in Carbondale, Illinois. I advise individuals, businesses, and corporations on how to manage assets. I feel like I'm in the business of building net worth. It can be for a college education, it can be for a retirement, and I'm also a risk manager. So I want to make sure that my client's level of risk is appropriate for what their goals and objectives are. The education at SIU really gave me the fundamentals. It taught me a lot about business, about strategies, kind of the nuts and bolts of business. I was able to take the areas that I was most interested in and gain a deeper knowledge of on a more technical basis. And I think through that knowledge and that education, it gave me confidence, which in the end is what it's really all about. I have been working with the College of Business for a number of years. I managed the office of A.G. Edwards, now Wells Fargo Advisors, here in Carbondale for 20 years. And we worked with the college on internships here. It was a great opportunity to work with the students and really get to know them. And it really gave me a firsthand knowledge of what they were experiencing and what they were learning. And I was really always just in awe of the quality that I was getting to see come through the students. Well, my hopes for the College of Business is that they can continue to provide the skills, the tools, the knowledge that will take these young students out into the business world. It's not where you start, it's where you finish. And I would have never thought that I would have ended up in this position with this wonderful career I've had when I was starting college, and to dream big and to always, failure is sometimes the seed of the next success, and to never give up trying. It takes a lot of hard work, there's a trade-off, but it's a trade-off worth having.
My name is Les Hale, and I am a Midwest representative in the men's clothing business. Primarily, my focus is on the 13 states around the Midwest, and my function over the years has been to be a conduit between stores and designers of menswear. I have a lot of good customers and relationships I've built over the years with stores, and of course on the other side at the level of manufacturers and designers, I've had the opportunity to meet and work with some really outstanding people in that regard. My family was in Springfield, Illinois, where I'm from. They were sort of entrepreneurs on the side. You know, my dad and his brothers worked in businesses, and I always felt like that would be an option for me someday to help them in what they do. And so when I got to SIU and realized they had a strong business school program, it became an obvious opportunity for me to sort of pursue that area. One of the things that happened when I was in school down there was to be part of an organization called BIB, which means Blacks Interested in Business. I was one of the people who helped found that organization, and I was actually their first president as a student, and I'm proud to say that that organization still goes on down there and is still thriving, and our objective then, as it is, I understand today, was to get young African American kids involved in business and through the business school and ultimately into the business world. I'm really I'm humbled, that's all I can say, to have been selected to their Business School Hall of Fame, and that's a real tribute, and I really am honored. It was only 4 years that I was there, but looking back on it now, it was such a short period of time, but it was so rewarding to have been there and met so many cool people who had such an impact on my life, and I'm deeply indebted to all of the friends who have supported me and family who supported me, and certainly the school who gave me the most support.
I'm George Klenovich. I'm the office managing partner of Cohn Resnick here in Chicago. In addition to leading the office here, I oversee the region for commercial real estate, and I'm also sitting on the firm's executive board. I grew up in the far southeast side of Chicago, and pretty much the path was to go to the steel mill. But I was a little young. I had been double promoted, and I was just barely 17 when I graduated. So I couldn't go to the steel mill until 18 years old. One of my teachers at the high school was an actual graduate of SIU Carbon. He was a former student body president when he was there. He was on the baseball team. Sam Pinatovich was his name, and some other teachers really came to my house and actually talked to my mom and said, you really should, let this young man have a chance to go to college, because my mom was actually against going to college. My personality, a lot of people didn't think was geared toward accounting at the time. They thought I should have been in marketing, but I liked the discipline of the numbers and the analytical nature of it. On top of it, when I started at Southern Illinois, I had an instructor, Phil Neal, who was, he was extraordinary. He really made accounting exciting, which a lot of people don't think is possible, but it is. And he made it exciting from the very first moment you walked into his classroom. I'm really a person that could have very easily not gone to college. And, my life could have gone a completely different direction than what it did. And, I just think, sometimes we get a break, and sometimes we need a break at a time in our life, someone to support you. And there's no question, being at SIU for those 4 years and developing and being exposed to as many, top teachers and fellow students, have had a huge impact on, the foundation for, who I became.